This is verse 13 of the 25th chapter, Gospel of Matthew. Jesus reaching the concluding point of his parable of the virgins. It's always helpful when the main point is declared. Every parable will typically have just one main thrust, and sometimes it's announced in advance or at the end. Here Jesus gives the bottom line, you might say, at the end of this. So, Gregoreta. This is based on the verb agero, which means I raise up, as in raising from the dead. This is the second person plural, present active imperative. So stay awake, as if keeping yourself roused from the dead, you might say, in the most dramatic sense of it. Stay awake, watch, stay alert, and so on. The conjunction, which means therefore, based on the preceding parable that he's told of the 10 virgins, 5 wise, 5 foolish. Stay awake, hoti, conjunction, because uk oideta, you do not know. This is in the perfect from edo. You have not known, continue not to know. It's a state that persists. You do not know, tain hemera, the day, uda. This is the conjunction, means neither nor. You do not know the day, nor tain horon, the hour. Of course, in the context, he's referring to those who would be remaining in Jerusalem. They didn't know if the cataclysm that Jesus described would take place within a year, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. As it turns out, it was 40 years down the road before the events took place, from the time that he said these things. Of course, 40 years is a fair amount of time, and so the idea was that they were to remain alert, remain prepared. And of course, the fundamental warning is against those who may be in the community, participating in some external sense, and yet had never really taken to heart the message. And when the moment came, they would be like these foolish virgins who didn't really have any oil. They had no preparation. They had no true faith. They're finally locked out for the lack of having a personal and deep participation in the truths of Christ. And that, of course, seems to be the final warning here. It can be true, of course, of anybody at any time in history, but especially was pertinent with respect to the original audience that Jesus was addressing here.